Hey guys, pardon my lovely aesthetic. Zero makeup, haven't even washed the face today. But I didn't even plan on making a video. I just wanted to talk to all the people out there that are grieving the loss of a pet, which is really the main reason for my channel in the first place, to help people get I don't want to say get over or get past. How about get through the loss of a pet? How do you get through it? Well, everybody's got their own way of grieving. By the way, I'm cutting up chicken for one of my dogs right now. And every time I make chicken, I think about my beloved Dusty, who passed away on January 2nd of 2022. The love of my life. He was the love of my life. And I miss him like crazy. I can't believe a year and 5 months have gone by since I lost him. It feels like it was a few days ago. Ironically, it feels like it was a few days ago, but sometimes it feels like it was years ago, you know? It's weird how grief can do that to you. Sometimes you feel like the person or the animal that you loved was just here. And sometimes it feels like it was just another lifetime that they were here. Whenever I make chicken, I think about Dusty. But then again, whenever I do anything, I think about Dusty. Dusty was my life. He was my healing dog. He was my joy. He was my child. He was my best friend. He was my soulmate. Losing him put a big hole in my heart. So how do you go on? Well, like I said, everybody grieves differently. How did I go on? I did a lot of crying. And I did a lot of reminding myself about my spiritual beliefs in the afterlife. When my first dog, Jackie, passed away on July 22nd, 2011, I didn't think I was going to survive that loss. That loss took so much out of me. And I was also going through a breakup after a 7-year relationship. So I was a basket case, to say the least. I felt like I had lost everything. Thank God I had my parents there. They weren't much of a help, but at least I felt, that I wasn't alone. I had a few friends, but not close friends. I really went through the grief process alone. I shared the grief of the loss of my pet, Jackie, with my parents because we all loved him so very much. And losing him was like losing my grandmother all over again because she was his first owner. Jackie was, it's a long story, but my grandmother got Jackie first and then gave him to us when he was just 3 months old. There's a whole backstory with that, but I won't get into the whole story because it'll make that video about another extra 20 minutes. So when I lost Jackie, I went through hell. I mean, it felt like the life was ripped out of my entire body and soul. I was a wreck. And I didn't think I was going to overcome the pain. I really, really didn't. 6 months of crying. 6 months of not sleeping. 6 months of feeling like I had a hole in my heart. 6 months of sobbing. Feeling so depressed that I just didn't want to even go on with my life. Just felt so completely alone. And I don't know, it was just like the life had been ripped out of me. One day, after 6 months of that pain, I woke up and I had the idea about fostering a poodle because Jackie was a poodle. And I got up and I said, I have to foster a poodle. And everybody that I told, they're like, well, where are you going to foster a poodle? And I said, well, let's Google it. So I Googled where to foster a poodle in Miami, Florida. And what came up was this amazing organization called Coastal Poodle Rescue. And I called them immediately. And they told me that they had many dogs that needed to be fostered. Now, why did I want to foster? I wanted to foster because I wasn't ready to adopt. I certainly wasn't going to buy a dog. The vet bills were outrageous. They're outrageous today. I'm going to be in debt up to my ears when my time comes. But, that's my choice to spend my money on my pets. That's really, they're my whole life. I don't get professional nails done. I don't get my hair cut. I do all that myself. I never buy new clothes. I think the most I ever buy for myself is maybe like new shoes once a year, like sneakers and flip-flops that I live in. And that's about all I do for myself, money-wise. But anyway, so after all that sobbing and that decision to foster a poodle, I found Coastal Poodle, and they wanted to talk to me, and they told me they have several dogs I could choose from, but that the youngest dog that they had, which is what my father had suggested for me to get a very young dog, was Dusty. They called him Dustin. Dustin was 2.5. He was a poodle terrier mix, a Jack Russell terrier poodle. The most gorgeous little guy ever. With one eye with a big black circle around it. He was white, but he had a big black circle around it. And you guys can see him in my other videos because I did put him in some other videos. They're actually, I think, on another channel of mine. I'll share that information with you guys because I have another channel. I haven't really pursued putting either one of these channels together like fully, but I'm trying to make it happen. I'm just not consistent enough, and I need to be. Anyway, one big black circle around that eye, and the other one was outlined in pink. And people used to say, what's wrong with his eye? What's wrong with that pink eye? Because it looks so much smaller. The reason it looked like that is because the other one was like, it looked like he had eyeliner on one eye because it was like this dark, it was making his eye look open because it was black, you know? And you couldn't tell that unless he was completely wet from a bath, and then you would see that big black, you know, because Jack Russells, that's their, you know, their coloring. Anyway, he was the dog they placed me with. I drove 45 minutes to go meet him. I met him and knew he was my dog. I fell in love with him immediately. And he had a best friend. When I got there, I realized they didn't tell me about that, this dog named Happy. And I was not happy that they didn't tell me about Happy because I did not want to take Dusty without his best friend. This dog had been in the whole, I didn't tell you, Dusty was rescued from 130 dog hoarding situation. 130 dogs were hoarded by somebody, probably forced to breed. And ironically, by the way, I didn't even know that a Jack Russell poodle was like some kind of a special kind of dog. I just thought he was the cutest dog ever. But when I went to Google recently, Jack Russell poodle, I found out that is a breed that people pay for. They call them Jackapoos. And every single one of them comes out looking different. I mean, honestly, I saw a lot of Jackapoos and I never saw one that looked like Dusty. I haven't seen one that looked like him. But I will say, after Dusty passed away, I've gotten a lot of signs, and I want to talk to you guys about that in another video, but things came up, like pictures of things, like picture of a dog in a magazine that looked like Dusty, picture of a dog on a postcard that we got from a vet for a vet checkup looked like Dusty. These are signs, you know, these are signs that I feel that Dusty has sent me from heaven. And these dogs in these pictures look like Dusty. And that's what I mean, guys, about the signs. I mean, I know I'm going back and forth here because I definitely want to tell you more about when I adopted Dusty. And I will say, so let's get back to Happy, about how I wasn't happy to find out about Happy, because I wanted to take Happy with us. I said to them, I am not leaving this place without Happy. That's his best friend. I'm not taking Dusty without Happy. And they said, you can't have Happy because Happy has a chronic long-term heart condition and he's going to need surgeries and he's not going to be adopted. He's going to stay with the foster mom. So I cried. I was so sad. I mean, can you imagine? I took Dusty away from his very best friend, the only friend that he knew in the whole world. That dog was like everything to him. I made a solemn promise to Dusty that when I got him to my house, that I was going to introduce him to every dog in my neighborhood and take him to the park, and he would be so full of happiness that he wouldn't miss his Happy. I always thought about getting him together with Happy, but I lived about an hour away from where I adopted him, and so maybe I should have, gone to visit, but life does get busy, and I will say that Dusty's life was full of a lot of friends, not only the neighborhood dogs and cats, because he was great with cats, and my cats. I have a lot of cats. He was great friends with all my cats. And then I adopted another dog. I want to say rescued them myself. They were found in the street. One was found by me in a shopping mall. The other one was found by another girl on the street, and I got him from her. So Dusty had 2 brothers. I call them the 3 Musketeers. And they were my most amazing 3 Musketeers. And I miss Dusty every day. Every day. And when I make this chicken for my other doggies, I think about Dusty. Dusty used to jump around and go crazy when I would cook for him. And oh my God, he was just the best, you guys. So how do you get through this grief? It's different for everyone, but for me, I pay attention to signs. I talk to him like he's still here. I tell him how much I miss him. I feel a connection with him in my heart. And I feel like no matter what, death can't separate my love from him. And death can't separate his love for me. Because I'm very spiritual. I believe that love that we have for each other continues. And I don't believe that our bodies are the only thing that we're made up of. I feel that our bodies are like our suitcase. And this is what carries us on this earth. And that when we leave this body, our soul goes on. It goes on. That's my belief. And so I feel like Dusty's soul is here with me. It's around. It doesn't leave. He stays. Now, do I get messages from him all the time? No, I do not. Do I talk to him every single day? No, I do not. But I do talk to him. And I haven't gotten a sign in a while, but that doesn't mean he's not around. That doesn't mean he won't send me signs. Got a kitty there. Anyway, guys, I have a lot more to say, but I have to go feed my other doggies. And I just want to tell you that you're not alone in your grief. I promise you, you're not. I have a cat about to knock the camera over. She's trying to get to her tuna. Want to see? There she is. That's one of my many kitties. All right, I have to go, but I want to tell you that you guys, you're not alone in your grief. I promise you that. I promise that. I'm here for you. And there's a huge community of people that are going through grief and pet loss. I want to mention to you guys something I want to do. I studied hypnosis about 10 years ago, and I never went forward to become a hypnotherapist, but I definitely want to. And the thing that I want to do with my hypnotherapy is help people with grief over pet loss and grief over human loss as well. But that is really what I want to do. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, that I'm here for you now and in the future. I'll have more tools to help people, and I'll share more stories about my belief in the afterlife and how I use that belief in the afterlife to help my heart, to help the pain. When you have that belief in the afterlife, it just helps you feel not so alone. It makes you feel that there's something else out there and that you don't feel so vulnerable and so alone. That's just what I do. But I know not everybody has that belief, But maybe I can help you guys to kind of adopt that belief and learn more about it. Anyway, 13-minute video. Got to go feed the animals, and there's a lot more to share with you. And if you want to share anything with me, or you need help with anything, you need a friend, you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here. Write a comment to me, share a story, share a thought, share a tear, share laughter, whatever you want. And let me know where you live. And I don't know, stay in touch with me. I can help you guys find me on Facebook too. I think I need to add that information. I'm kind of new to this. I don't know anything about editing these videos. I don't know anything about lighting. I mean, I'm trying to do the best I can here, but there's so much to learn about creating these YouTube videos, and I'm so not consistent. So I need to get more consistent. I need to learn about editing. I need to learn about putting all my contact information on there and helping people to connect more. And you guys, the plan with this channel is to help people with the grief process while maybe getting enough subscribers to raise some money to give to rescues, and also to help me because I foster a lot of cats with kittens. So I'm going to be, I'm going to be uploading a lot of videos of the cats and the baby kittens that I've got. I work hard with these animals, so we need money to feed them. We need money for medications. So some money will go to the ones I'm fostering, and then some money, if I make money on my YouTube channel, will go to other rescues as well. So I would like to ask you guys if you would kindly subscribe and share my channel with other people. Let them know what my intentions are, which is to help other people with the grief process of pet loss. Maybe to make you laugh and smile, learn new things about animals, learn new things about yourself, and to help animals, basically just to help them in any way I can. And so at the same time that I'm helping people to overcome pain from grief, I want to try to find a way to raise money so I can help more animals, so I can afford to get medication, so I can afford to feed my animals here, the ones I'm fostering, and then to give some money to, to other rescues. So that's the goal. So I would really, really love it if you guys would subscribe and like my videos and share them. And please comment, because I love to hear the comments. Have a great day. I got to go finish my chicken. Have a great one, guys. Bye.